What's up guys, this is E94 with ConduitGaming and I'm playing with Awesomeness MC here to give you a horse map. But it's actually one map with 3 different challenges to it. So I'll start off and we'll go with the first challenge that I made, and this is the sprint challenge, which involves moving kill balls and mines. And a big tunnel at the start, which Awesomeness seems to have trouble with. I find it's hard to die in this area, but I don't know, Awesomeness proved me wrong. He seemed to have no trouble dying there. Now, to start up here, you're going to want to sprint towards the top right area. Make sure you sprint, otherwise the kill ball will kill you. And you want to start sprinting as soon as the kill ball is directly in front of you. That way, as you sprint forward, the kill ball will move out of your way. That'll give you the most time to do it. This is Awesomeness doing it, just making it. Next thing you're going to want to do, move to the left side here, and you're going to want to wait for the kill ball to be in front of you again before you start moving. Sprint, but when you get to the end, stop sprinting, and then jump. And you want to aim for one of these little gaps and crouch in order to avoid the mines. This is what happens if you don't do that, and you miss, you hit the mines, and you die and blow up, and you have to go back to the start. So that's about it. Once again, this is what happens when you don't sprint properly, when you hit the edge and stop sprinting. This is what happens again. Also seem to have a lot more trouble than I did when I was making this map. Just this first bit. This is him going too quickly down the slide. This is me telling what I think of his ability to go down the slide. So this is the end. This is what happens when you don't go quickly enough. That kill ball can very easily get you before you can even make the jump for the mines. Now, at this point the map glitched, but it got better, it respawned, and it was all working again. And that's what it looks like when you go through the mines. That's what it looks like when you don't go through the mines. So, yeah, if that bit of the map glitches and the kill balls are just stuck, don't worry, the kill balls will eventually respawn in the right position. So, this is the next challenge, which involves warthogs and mongoose, or mongooses. I have no idea what the plural is. And it seems that no one at Rooster Teeth does either. They always have trouble deciding what the plural version is. But who knows? Probably just Google search and fix that. Anyway, so you want to drive your warthog with its front wheels over the edge, and then you want to hit the back of the warthog, and then get into the turret at the same time. Generally about 2 hits works, and then you want to jump out of the warthog at the last second and try to land on one of those platforms, unlike I just did there. Word of note, you'll always jump out in the opposite direction that you're looking. So if you're looking forwards, you'll jump out backwards. So make sure that you're facing the right direction to land on one of those platforms. You'll see on the left of that teleporter is a grab lift, which I'm using right now, and it gives you access to 4 warthogs. Keep in mind, I did make these maps with the intention of 4-player availability. Hence why there are 4 sprints in the previous challenge, why there are 4 warthogs here, why there'll be 4 mongoose later, and why there'll be 4 jetpacks later. So, if you want to do 4-player horse, then, this map will let you do that. So this is me doing it, this time, just jump out on the side. Somehow I survive. The warthog blows up, and then just keep jumping across. Keep jumping, and at this point I just waited for Awesomeness so we could do the rest of the map together. That's just an empty warthog, he didn't get in that warthog. This is the same thing, he didn't get in the warthog, and the warthog fell down. And it blew up. And this is him jumping down and dying. The distance is actually too far for you to jump and survive without a warthog. I made it so it wasn't possible. If you do manage to do it, then, well, you broke it. This is Awesomeness doing it, jumping out at the last second and landing on the block. It doesn't matter which side of the blocks you land on, just as long as you land on one of them. Now, this bit here, make sure you jump every time, because if you don't, you fall a little bit quicker initially, and it makes it hard to land on the blocks. If you miss the blocks, you'll hit a kill barrier and you'll die. So Awesomeness almost died there, which would have been unfortunate. So once you're done the warthog bit, get a mongoose and keep driving forwards. Drive pretty much to the blood gulch, or the gulch of this map. So follow the traffic cones, keep going, take a left, and there's a big structure that I built. Now, this is pretty much you want to do a wall ride followed by a big jump, but you have to keep your momentum going through the whole way, which is almost what I did here, and then I flipped. And Awesomeness missed. He hit a teleporter and went back to the ramp, which I'll show you a bit later. So even if you do get caught on that little bit there, if you try reversing and then going forward, you'll almost make it, but it's... I would say it's impossible to make it, but I actually did it one time, somehow. But I've never been able to do it again. So your best chance of doing that jump is keeping your speed through the wall ride. My advice for the wall ride, start from the very left, turn hard to the right, and then before you get onto the flat 5x5 panels, turn hard to the left, because when you're on the 5x5 panels you have little to no control over your mongoose, so you want to make sure that you've already started turning left, otherwise you're going to have a lot of trouble doing the jump. So this is me, because obviously the mongoose fell off there, and I jumped down through the teleporter, got teleported back there, so yeah, so I got my mongoose back. Coming up here, hard right, hard left, keeping momentum, going through, and just making it. And so yeah, that's me doing the jump there. The challenge isn't quite over yet, and this is me just waiting for awesomeness. I cut out maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes of me waiting. I honestly don't know how long it took for awesomeness to get this, but it took a little while, so luckily for you I edited it out, so yeah, you can all thank me later, don't worry about that. And you can see the teleporter there, he fell off the edge, but he went straight back to the start of the ramp. That's him trying to make it, not quite with enough speed. I think he makes it this time. Oh no, okay. Make sure you take the jump straight, otherwise that happens. He had enough speed to make the jump, because he didn't do it straight, he went to the side, and tragically didn't make it. This is him going really well, and he made it. Quite well as well. No, I hadn't made the jump that well before. And so this next bit, you want to take this jump at full speed. It's not a difficult jump, just make sure you take it straight forwards. And this is interesting here. If you go too close to the center of that little spiral thingy, you'll get respawned there. So it's not a big deal if you do that, and awesomeness nearly just killed me there. But, you know, the idea is stick to the outside, but obviously if you go too far to the outside, you fall off. If you fall off on the outside, well, you have to go do the jump again, which you don't want to do. It's going to be annoying. But if you go too far on the inside, then you'll get teleported back to that area, which isn't that big a deal, so just keep in mind, this. I didn't build this with the intention of it being difficult. I built it with the intention of it being a test of patience. So if you're all excited right now at this point and you're just rushing through, sticking to the inside, well, it's not going to work. So at this point I just waited for awesomeness to catch up because he hit the middle of the teleporter. And so this is him coming up. And you just want to get to the end of this room, and that's pretty much a challenge. And there are 2 mines at the end of this. And so yeah, when you win, you kill yourself and, you know, you win that challenge. Now onto the final challenge. I think it's, yeah, this is the last challenge. This is the 3rd challenge that I made on the map. Go through here, and people seem to have a lot of trouble with this, but I seem to have relatively little trouble. Even though it, yeah, because he was on there, that deflected me off the edge. But yeah, you'll see that this bit I almost die, not quite though. Yep, and that little kind of quarter pipe thing there, which helped me out that time. But yeah, when you go through that man cannon, just try not to do anything, just try to let yourself fly. I find that's generally the safest thing you can do. So then you want to grab a jetpack, fly over here, and go under the structure, and then turn left and go on the bit of land that you can see. So jetpack there, and we go on this little bit of land. If you try going around, you'll hit a kill barrier, so don't even think about it. You see that big arrow to the right there, which I didn't look at that time, and awesomeness dying there for some reason. I don't know how he did that. Then you want to get on the face of this rock, so you know, conserve your jetpack, and get to the top, keep going forwards, and yeah, that's about it. Awesomeness catches up with me again, because I waited for him. And then you want to go through this man cannon here, and you'll want to boost and go a little bit to the right, and make sure you get in that little gap between the kill walls. If you go too low or too high, hit a kill barrier. So you want to hit the middle of that gap. There's a little platform there to land on, and then you want to get on top of this rock. And awesomeness made it as well. So now this is me explaining to him what to do. So he comes up. I had difficulty finding him at first. but then, you know, that's alright. So then you want to fly over to this part of the rock. You could fly to the platform on the left, but, you know, this is easier, so that's why I flew there. This is Awesomeness coming over. Obviously, you know, make sure that you conserve your jetpack. If you die at any point in this challenge, you have to go back to the start. So keep that in mind. Don't do anything too fancy or stupid. Now, to get up to there, I find the only way to do that is you have to press the A button and the jetpack button at the same time. So depending on your control scheme, for me that's A and left bumper at the same time. But Awesomeness knows some sort of jetpacking trick which lets them get higher. But I don't know about that. But if you can do that, fine. I don't really mind. But this isn't really meant to be too difficult part of the challenge. So essentially you want to get to the top of the rock, you get there, and then there's a grav lift. Now what you're going to want to do with this grav lift, you want to obviously go through it. There's a little block there which I was shooting at. And you want to hold back on the control stick and use the jetpack to slow yourself down. But don't go too high because there are kill barriers. So, you know, be careful. So I'm trying to go on that block. Obviously, you know, conserve your jetpack once again. I only just make it, I think. Yep. And the next block on your left, you want to get to that, which isn't too difficult. And Awesomeness found a way to do this jump without going back. He just landed on the block straight away. It was fine. I didn't know that was possible, but he found a way. So, you know, good on him. He found another way to do my map, which I'm fine with. You can do that if you want. And you want to go on that block there, which Awesomeness is doing. So, essentially, by this point, that's like the end of the challenge part of the challenge. So you want to go on this block here, get on the edge of the saucer. It's not too hard, just get there, move forward, then go to the sniper nest. Once Awesomeness gets here. So yeah, get to the sniper nest, pick up the sniper rifle. You see the kill balls, and there's a little bit above there, which we'll get to eventually. And there's a small gap with a fusion coil. And you shoot that and it blows up, and there's a tank there as well which blows up. And when you do that, you win. And there are kill barriers everywhere, so you know, that's about it. So that's a fusion coil which you shoot at, it blows up. Yeah, that's a challenge. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been Piggy94 from ConduitGaming, playing with Awesomeness MC. And until next time, peace out.